How y'all boys feeling today though, man? I'm good. I'm great. Man, I am loving the dribbling when it comes to NBA 2K26. I'm having the most fun that I've had in years, and I'm trying to help y'all do the same. So today's videos, y'all boys, I will be telling y'all the secrets to 2K26 dribble. The elite dribblers on this game do not want you to know because they be gatekeeping, bruh. They be gatekeeping. But you already know me though, man. We don't do none of that gatekeeping stuff here at all though, bruh. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be telling y'all every single dribble move secret that I know in day 4. The game came out the 29th, and there's already people like me that has figured out the game like clockwork, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, before we get into anything though, y'all make sure that y'all hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and more importantly, turn on all post notifications so you don't miss another video from your boy at all. You don't want to miss this month at all. It's gonna be straight bangers on top of bangers on top of bangers. Y'all just hit that like button. Once again, show this video the most love that you can. Let me get 2,000 likes. Let's get into this, man. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so once you load up NBA 2K26, whether it's your first time, your 5th time, you're gonna want to come into controller settings, and you're gonna want to come down to shooting and dribbling, and you're gonna want to go down to passive dribble hand switches. You're gonna want to set this off, aka disabled. I don't know why this is in the game, bro. This was in the game last year, and it was literally messing up people's combos and the way they dribble. So you want to make sure that this is 100% off. You do not want this on because it will 100% screw up the way you're dribbling. If you're trying to do a momentum, if you're trying to run to the left or run to the right, if you're trying to any type of dribbling style you're trying to do in this game, this is 100% going to ruin it, I promise you. So make sure that this is off. You're going to want to make sure that your pro stick orientation is set to absolute, because if it's set to absolute, that means whenever you flick your right stick to the left, it is going to do the move that triggers, you know, when you flick your right stick to the left, if that makes sense. If you have it on camera relative, it's gonna be like if you're flicking your right stick diagonally down when you flick it to the left, and you do not want to do a move that you don't want to do. So you want to make sure that you are doing the proper moves that you always do, especially when there's like a lockdown on you or like a defender that's really on your body. You want to make sure that you're doing the right moves. Alright, y'all boys and girls, so starting off with the SIGs, I am a small guard and tall guard this year, so you already know that I got y'all with the best possible SIGs for both. Listen, bro, I was only a small guard last year, but we on time in this year, I ain't gonna lie to you. So the first thing is gonna be John Morant dribble style for a small guard, and for a tall guard, Zach LaVine. Keep in mind that you do have to meet the requirements. If you do not meet the requirements for these dribble styles, you will not be able to get them. So just keep that in mind, y'all boys. For the SIG, size up, Paul George and Pro can both be used on small guard and tall guard. I use Paul George on my small guard, and I use Pro on my tall guard. They're both very usable, very effective when it comes to comboing your moves together and stuff like that, but they're more effective when you chain your moves together. For the breakdown combos, I like to go either from Jordan Poole to Stephon Marbury. Depends on how I'm feeling and depends on how I want to combo up. Bro, both of these are very useful in this game, and Devin Booker is a good one as well. You can even put Devin Booker on your 6'8 guard build. I will be dropping my 6'8 guard build soon. Yeah, these 3 right here are all good, not gonna lie. So for the escape moves, on small guard, I use Kemba Walker, and on tall guard, I use either Jimmy Butler. I was using Paul George, but I wasn't really feeling it, so I switched back to Jimmy Butler. Kemba Walker is probably the best option this year because it doesn't give you like those random behind the back animations. The random behind the back animations that you get is from Trae Young, and Jimmy Butler for a tall guard is broken. It's broken. It's literally broken. The fact that you can move crazy on the 6'8, yo, y'all already know how I'm moving on my 6'8, bro. I'm telling y'all, put this on, you will not regret it, especially if it's not on right now. For combo moves, I have on Stephen Curry on my small guard, but I use Pro on my tall guard. For crossovers, I use Allen Iverson, but behind the backs, I use Stephen Curry on my small guard to get the Curry slide, and I use Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on my tall guard. That's basically the fake Curry slide. You don't really see too many people using Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as they behind the back on the tall guard, but trust me, put this on because it is basically like the Curry slide, but a tall guard version. For my spin, I'm using Penny Hardaway. For my hesitation, I either use normal or LaMelo Ball. Now, normal, as you can see by the requirements, it does not require you to have a high ball handle. So that means that a center can put on normal and do the momentum. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up the momentum cross when it comes to hesitation, even though they should not correlate, is because the momentum is easier to do when you have either normal or LaMelo Ball on. normal for tall guards and LaMelo Ball for small guards, but I still like normal because it's just fantastic when you're doing the momentum, bro. You get the fast momentum every single time, and it's easier to do. Now, that's one secret that people do not know, you know what I'm saying? So just don't worry, y'all. I got y'all. For my step back, I use Devin Booker on my small and tall guard because I believe that it is probably the best step back in the game, because when you go up the court, you can easily snatch back, speed boost out of it, you know what I'm saying? Rinse and repeat. It's just too good, bro. For my motion style, I use Darius Garland on a small guard and LeBron James on a tall guard. LeBron James on a tall guard is gonna have you moving so quick on the court on defense when you're guarding people and stuff like that. Food for thought, I don't really think that Darius Garland is gonna affect how fast you dribble on a small guard, but I don't know if it's placebo, but sometimes I do feel like I move a little faster with certain motion styles in this game. For my hop jumper, you're gonna want to use Jordan Clarkson hop jumper, and for my go-to shot on a small guard and tall guard, I use Jalen Suggs. All right, so since y'all have everything that you need when it comes to dribbling in NBA 2K26, it's time to get down to the secrets. Let's get it. So I'm going to try to explain these things to the best of my ability when it comes to how the dribbling mechanics work in this game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that I am the master of explaining. I ain't trying to be cocky or whatever. I just know that there's a lot of people on this YouTube stuff that's not messing with me when it comes to explaining. No bullshit. So for the first dribbling secret that we're going to go over is the L2 cancel. But the thing is, it has nothing to do with L2 this year. When it comes to the L2 cancel, I'm just call it the right stick cancel because it has everything to do with the right stick and nothing to do with the L2. So with that being said, you can only right stick cancel or L2 cancel, whatever you want to call it, has to have court line. So if I was to try to do it right now, it would give me the push cross. See what I'm saying? And the reason why this give me the push cross is because to do the right stick cancel this year, you basically want to do an escape. I know y'all familiar with the escape. You know what I'm saying? The Curry escape, Trae Young, Kemba, whatever escape you got on. You know what I'm saying? You can do with every escape in the game, but the best ones to do it with are the Kemba Walker escape and the Trae Young escape. So basically, if you do not know how to do an escape, you want to hold R2, and if the ball's in the left hand, you want to flick the right stick to the right. Boom. If the ball's in the right, you want to flick it to the left. Boom. Now, to basically cancel out of these moves, you're going to want to be moving. What I mean by that is, yes, you could cancel out of moves when you're standing still, but to right stick cancel efficiently, effectively, you have to be moving to the right, to the left. You just got to be moving around, you know what I'm saying? So if we're moving to the right, flick up on the right, you see how fast your person stops? So I don't know if y'all remember the fake peak from NBA 2K22 when you just literally boom, 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 and then stop and then shoot, but it's basically the same concept. So really what you want to get used to, you want to get used to this right here though. You want to get used to that. Again, that's basically me just running a specific direction to the left or to the right, doesn't matter, and then me just flicking up on the right stick. So since y'all have that down, now you want to do any move to where you have to hold R2, whether it's the Curry slide, the Kemba Walker escape, or any type of escape, any move that's explosive in a sense where you can run out of and basically speed boost out of, you want to run that direction, flick up on the right stick, and then run the opposite direction, flick up on the right stick, and rinse and repeat. So I'm gonna just show y'all this real quick. See that? I'm telling y'all, bro, it is kind of confusing at first because it's like you got to be very fast with your right stick. You have to be very fast, I would say, with your right stick for sure. But the more you keep doing it, the easier it will get. So see that? Boom, boom, canceling out of it. Boom, 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 boom. Once you run out of stamina, it is going to be a little bit difficult to do it because obviously like you're out of stamina and stuff like that. But once you boom, see what I'm saying? Like you just want to really get used to flicking up on the right stick. And once you do that, bro, it's going to become sweet. So if y'all need to put the video in slow motion just to help y'all out a little bit, then go ahead and do that. That's going to be very useful when it comes to videos like these, especially in the future. So I'm going to do it one more time. Y'all just pay attention to the controller real quick. Add combos in there. As you can see, that's the right stick cancel right there. And a lot of people don't know how to do that in this game. And a lot of people don't really know how to explain it. But y'all know Subsribe is always going to get y'all boys right. So one more time, basically you want to do an escape combo, anything in the book that has to do with R2. Boom. Up on the right stick to stop. Go back this way, up and right stick, up and right stick, up and right stick to stop. Go that this way, go, hey, he's dancing, he's moving. I know that y'all boys gonna get that down. I don't even gotta be on that topic no more, bro. Okay, so for the second dribbling secret in this game is the momentum, all right, y'all? So you can momentum cross, you can momentum, spin, you can momentum curry slide. You can do a lot of things with the momentum in this game, but the best way to trigger the momentum is going to be based off of your hesitation. I don't know why it's like that. Depending on what hesitation you have on is going to depend on how fast and how efficient and how effective your momentum cross is going to be. But basically, y'all got to know how to do the momentum first. And I'm not going to lie to you, the best hesitation to do this momentum with is going to be either normal or Raja Rondo for a small guard, or just normal for a tall guard. You know what I'm saying? So how to do momentum, it's a little different this year than other years. They took it away from us and they gave it back to us with slightly different controls. You know what I'm saying? So if the ball's in the right hand, you want to flick up on the right stick and you want to run to the left while holding R2. So you want to flick up on the right stick, hold R2, and then run to the left. See that? Boom. And I could do it faster than this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing y'all. The same thing if the ball's in left hand, you know what I'm saying? Rinse and repeat. Get this down until you can really, boom, spam it. You know what I'm saying? Until you can really spam it, until you have the greatest muscle memory in the world. Just keep doing it until you got it down. You know what I'm saying? So, dribbling is so tough in this game. Oh my God. That was the right hand. If the ball's in the left hand, you want to do the same exact thing. You want to flick up on the right stick, hold R2, and run to the opposite side ball direction. Beautiful, y'all. The dribbling is beautiful in this game. So just like any other year in 2K, when it comes to dribbling, y'all boys, y'all gonna have to really sit here and practice it until you master it. Like myself, I would say I basically mastered the momentum spam and stuff like that. Even the L2 cancel. The more time you put into my court, the better. You know what I'm saying? The more time you put into it, the better, and you're going to be moving and grooving just like myself. The beauty about dribbling in this game is that you have so much room. You have so many combos you can do when it comes to dribbling in this game. You can do so much, and 2K did their thing. They gave us back what we needed most when it came to dribbling, and that's all that matters though, y'all. So the Jordan Clarkson side step is back. So basically, if you are a righty, such as myself, you want to always have the ball in your left hand when you're doing this. You could mix in and match combos with this as well. You want to hold R2 and you simply want to just basically hold the right stick to the right again. So you should get this. Boom, 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 boom. So if you're a left-handed player, then you're going to want to have the ball in your right hand, hold R2, and side step to the right. So basically it should look like this. But it's not going to give me it because I am not a lefty. So the last and final secret that I want to show y'all is the quick stop. Now there's a couple quick stops in this game. There's not just one like in NBA 2K25. So the first quick stop is basically going to be how your right stick canceling. So we're just going to run this way. Look up on the right stick. Boom. Every time. I know y'all seen how fast that was. The same thing. Every single time, and it's even sometimes hard to time because you're just doing it so fast every time. You see what I'm saying? So the quick stop is definitely better. Now there's a second one, which is the D-book step back. People don't even know that you can quick stop off a D-book step back, and that's basically reminds me of the 2K19 quick stop where you had to do a step back to basically stop and stuff like that. But yeah though, y'all, look, so right here it's a D-book step back right here, down on the right stick, boom. I'm saying run this way, run this way, and run this way. On the right stick, boom. Sometimes it's gonna give you that one, so you don't really want to do it to the corner. You want to do it like around here. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go to the corner though, you have to flick up on the right stick though. If you want to stop in the corner, flick up on the right stick. You know what I'm saying? Every single time. Alright, y'all boys, so one thing that I want to touch upon is basically how stamina works and losing stamina, and how to not lose stamina as much when you're dribbling. So basically, when you're past the half court line, you lose more adrenaline and lose more stamina. When you're behind the half court line, you do not lose adrenaline bars, even if you're getting bumped. You only lose it once you pass the half court line, which is this right here. Once you pass that line, you're gonna lose more stamina and more adrenaline, especially if you're getting bumped and stuff like that. So it really just depends on how you're dribbling and the moves that you're doing. I like to conserve my stamina by doing my moves behind the half court line, and when I see an opening to get to my spot, I get to my spot in this green bean chicken wing. Even though the stamina is a little iffy, it makes it even worse when you don't have Gatorade or your drills done. So make sure you do your drills and stuff like that. Make sure you buy as much Gatorade as you can. In the cases where you can't buy Gatorade because you do not have enough VC, then at that point, you're just gonna have to dribble to score, especially when it comes to the right stick cancel, doing the momentum, you know, doing those combos fast, and then just get into your spot. But there you go, the video right there though, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video in any shape or form possible, and if I helped you out, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. We are very close to 36K. We're very close to 40K. All of y'all boys should hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, more importantly, turn on all post notifications so you do not miss another video from me. We're posting bangers on top of bangers on top of bangers this entire month. You do not want to miss it. I love y'all boys so much. I'll see y'all next one, man.